Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and it's Sunday, which means hey, it's time for another one of our mailbox cleanouts, and this time it's for week 45. So last week we ended up doing our cleanouts after adding all of our items from Old Scarlet Monastery. This time it's going to be from adding all the items from the Arcatraz, which we did actually get 3 epics. So we'll be looking to see if we sold any of those. Outside of that, we didn't get too much. I think the lock boxes probably gave us just about as much as all the runs gave us all together. Although I mean, we did get the lock boxes from the runs, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't the greatest amount of loot, but still did add some new variety to our cells, because I know at least the 2 epic patterns that we got from our alliance druid actually were brand new, because we just added them to the group, which means I haven't actually sent those before and tried to sell them, so that's really good. But anyway guys, before we get into the review, I'd just like to mention, if you guys are liking these cleanouts, remember to smash the big thumbs up, lets me know that you like it. Also, do not forget to smash that big subscribe button and hit that notification bell, so that way you guys are reminded when I do come out with another clean out video, or when I come out with one of my loot videos, which always drop on Monday for the loot videos, always Sunday for the clean out videos, but the times can differ a little bit. And also we do have the 1000 run series, which actually I'm gonna be concentrating a little bit more on, because we are actually getting ready to wrap up the 200 run series as far as the loot goes. I will continue to do the cleanouts, but the loot videos will come to a halt for about a month while I get ready for part 2 of the 200 run series. So in the meantime, I will also be working more on trying to knock out at least 1, if not 2 1000 run dungeons. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the review and see how we did on week 44. This is going to be week 45. So we ended week 44 at 13,346,000 for the total. Now for the whole week, we actually made 340,000. Really, Thrall kind of saved us with that. As you can see, we made 24,000 with Proudmoore alone, and we made 316,000 of that with Thrall. Actually, which brought Thrall up to being our best performing realm right now. It's been Proudmoore for a while now. So we'll have to see this week if Proudmoore can take it back and actually be the outperforming realm here, or if Thrall's going to hold it. So far as where our gold is coming from, it comes from materials and transmog. Majority transmog, as we've made 12,357,000 with transmog alone, 989,000 with materials. Now granted, not all that's completely materials, because some of that has been pets, because we got such few pets. I didn't really make a third category for pets, so it's kind of got roped in with the materials. But other than Welling Caverns, really the only pet gold we've really made is from doing the islands, when we did the 3 weeks of islands here. But anyway guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up the review. Let's go ahead and head to our first bank alt, who's going to be our low value transmog bank alt. So any transmog that values between 5,000 to 20,000, other than the few items I keep below threshold. And then we'll go to the high value transmog bank tune for anything above 20,000 in value. And then we'll do the materials, and then we'll do the same rotation with our bank alts with Thrall. So first bank alt is our low value transmog bank tune for Proudmoore, and we got some gold. Actually a lot better than last week. It looks like 22 cells, 40,939 gold. Last week we only had like 6,000 gold on this bank tune, so already a big upgrade, more than what Proudmoore made all together last week. So it's already looking better. But let's see if we have any standouts here. So we have a Buccaneers vest here for almost 5,000, probably right around 5,000 before the auction house cut there. Bone Chewer skin cloak, and that probably did come from when we just did the Arcatraz, so it may have came out of one of the lock boxes, because I don't think we really got any greens. I think we had like 2 items here and there, both patterns. But I do think I remember some Bone Chewer stuff coming out of the lock boxes. But yeah, 12,386 gold. Jade gauntlets for almost 2,000. Head splitter, not bad sale for the head splitter here. Almost 11,000 gold here. Not bad. I think that actually came from when we were doing old Scarlet Monastery. I'm pretty certain. One of the Nat Pago books for almost 3,000. I actually just pulled some of these out of the bank because I think I ran out. Silver thread robe over 2,000 here. And actually that probably came from old Scarlet as well, because I knew we had some of those when we were doing that clean out. Also sold some really low stuff here. The Birdo staff really going down, but still nice with how much we, how many of those we got doing that farm. So I'm not really going to complain too much there. Still more than what the vendor would give us. But yeah, not bad. But big improvement over last week. So let's go ahead and add that to our sheet here. And got 40,939. All right, guys, we'll clean this out. We'll head over to our next one. All right, guys, so now over here on our high value bank tune for Prowler, which I think last week it was only like 16,000 or something like that. It was quite low because we only had like 24,000 as a whole. So hopefully we can do better than that. And we have 6 sales, 26,000, so maybe like 10,000 more than last week. Hey, it's an improvement. Take it where you get. Hey, at least we did have like 41, almost 41,000 with the low value stuff. We're still above. That's the gotta look at the positive side of it. So anyway, let's see what we got. Pattern for the shifting cloak here for almost 11,000 gold. Is that? I hope that's not one of the epic ones from Well, I think that's one of the blue ones. Could be wrong. Let's see. Bone Chewer Rip Leggings 2,000. That actually probably came again from the chest. The lockbox is not the chest, but the lockbox is from Alcatraz. Saltstone Surge Coat for 4,000. Probably came from when we were doing the Saltstone farm. Really low though. Golden Scale Shoulders Plans for only 2,000. Wow. It's probably one of the ones I think we traded those over from the lockboxes we unlocked actually from doing old Scarlet Monastery. And then we had Fiery War Axe, almost 5,000, which honestly I will take that because these things they almost never sell, so anything I can get for those I'll take it. Pattern for the Swift Flight Bracers, only 2,000. Now that I know is one of the blue ones from Dire Mall. This one I'm not so certain, but I'm really just kind of hoping it is one of the blue ones, not one of the epic ones. But yeah, still better than last week. Not sure if we should have gotten more for this one or not, but yeah, we'll take what we got here. So anyway, 26,007 gold. 6. All right, guys, and we'll clear this out and we'll hit some materials. All right, guys, so on our last bank alt for Prowler, it's going to be their materials bank alt, and they actually do not have any pets left from the aisles. So they're really purely going to be any materials we got from doing Alcatraz, which is mostly going to be those rep tokens and things. So anyway, let's see, 7 sales, 4,392 gold, which is actually more than we made total between both realms last week with the materials. So still not a whole bunch, but it's an improvement, right? So anyway, we sold the Sun Fury Signets, which actually I think I've vended those. We probably won't have any of those on our Horde bank alt. 407 gold. So actually maybe we should have kept them. That's not a bad amount, less than 100 gold or 1 gold, less than 1 gold per signet, but still it's not the worst thing we've ever sold. So Fell Armaments, we sold 35 of those for 794 gold. Large Fang for 10 gold. Primal Shadow, we sold 47 of those for almost 2,500 gold. Arcane Tomes, we sold those for 43 of those for 55 gold. Fell Armaments again, we sold 5 of them for 124, and then Marks Sargeras for 500 gold for 618. So yeah, not bad for what we had to sell. Primal Shadow being our best seller there. 4,392 gold. Great. And so far we are at 71,000 gold, which still puts a lot on the shoulders of Thrall to get us at least above the 200,000, but especially if we're trying to beat our last week total of 340,000. So let's head over to Thrall now and see if they can do it. All right, guys. So now we're going to go right back through the same rotation, but with Thrall, and we're starting off with the low value transmog on Thrall, and we have 24 cells, 41,557 gold, so about 1,000 gold more than Proudmoore had. Still not going to actually beat last week or put us at our goal of at least 200,000, but it should, with at least Proudmoore making more than they made last week, should, you know, help us be able to succeed as long as we have some decent sales on our high value transmog bank too. But let's go ahead and see if we have any standouts here. So one, looks like we sold all the devious scale patterns from Welling Caverns, every single one of them. The gloves for 1,900, scale cloak for 20, almost 2,200, and then the scale belt for 3,000. So really nice there, selling all three of those. I actually think I just took some of those out of the bank, so that might be why we're seeing these sell again. They could have been probably selling all along. Let's see, Terror Claw hood sold for 6,300. Barbaric cloth robe for 6,300. And then Twilight Dragon's leg plates that will have came from the islands, 6,700. And then let's see, sold a recipe for insane strength potion for 3,000. That actually may have came from when we just did Architraves. Actually, that's the Outlands pattern, I believe. Schematic for the Crash and Thrashing robot, 1,800. Let's see, Petrified Shinbone. So again, from when we did the Southern Eastern Kingdom zones, we were actually doing Westfall. That's where that came from, 2,500. And then the War Leader's belt, I'm not sure where that came from, 2,300. But really not bad. 24 cells and getting, you know, almost 42,000. We'll definitely take it. Let's go ahead and add that to our sheet here. 41,557. Yeah, not just a little over 100,000 actually. So we need right around 100,000 to at least hit our goal of 200. So let's clean it out. Let's head over to high value and see if we have anything. All right, guys. So the bank alt that saved us last week, let's see if they can save us again. And let's see what we got here. So 7 cells, 89,436 gold. I mean, it's better than what Proudmoore did. Might be enough to push us over with also with what they get from materials. Let's see. Nice sell here though. Ebony Bone Club. So actually from RFD. This has been a while. We've been sitting on for a while. That means 47,614 gold. Not a bad price for that one. Gut Render for almost 5,000. Goldfinger. So that actually came from the I believe the Westfall. So the Southern Eastern Kingdom zones for 5,600. Perilous leggings for almost 5,000. Wolverine harness. Really not bad either for that one. 18,000. Dragon Maul short sword for 7,600. Not quite sure about that one. And Prospector sash 946 gold. So even under 1,000. That's really bad sale there. But yeah, not bad. 89,000. Definitely better than what Proudmoore did for us. Let's see. Let's go ahead and add that to our sheet. As soon as my keyboard switches over here. 89,000. 436. Right. Oh, actually that does put us over 200. So we're good. We're good. So, but I mean, again, we're definitely not beating last week. But anyway, we'll clean this out. We have one more bank alt. All right, guys. So our very last bank alt before we pull the sheet back up and see exactly how well we did, or possibly how bad we did. But yeah, really not bad though. We hit our goal. I can actually say that, so it's not too bad. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look. And 5 sales, 4,500, 7 gold. So actually more than what Proudmoore made, even though we didn't have the signets over here. Although they do have some pets, so we'll see. Primal Shadow, 51 of those for 2,700. Arcane Tomes, 43 for 55 gold. Fell Armaments, 49 of them for 1,200. So actually, I think they made a lot more off the Fell Armaments here. Marks of Sargeras, 640 of those for 518 gold. Rough Stones actually 4 gold for 54 of those. I think they've been sitting there for a while. I haven't actually been able to post them because of my TSM. It was saying they were price too low when I actually post them. But anyway, yeah, that's odd. I guess we just sold the items for more, or maybe we actually got a little bit more. And that's one thing to keep in mind with materials. Although you do expect to get about the same amount, it's still some RNG factor with how many materials drop. So you still will get different numbers, when you're farming for materials. So anyway, 4,500, 7 gold, made, a little over 100 more gold. Almor did. Not a huge amount, huge difference, but a little bit more. All right, we'll clean this out and let's go ahead and pop that sheet back up, see how we did here. All right, guys, so for week 45, we made 197,939 gold with transmog alone. We made 8,899 gold with materials alone, which is up from last week. Transmog was down. Bring us to a grand total of 206,838 gold for the week, which is less than we made last week. But hey, at least we hit our goal of at least 200,000 for the week. I'm happy with that. We actually just, what was it? 3 weeks ago, we didn't hit our goal. We were at 145,000. So I will take it. We're above the 200,000 at least. So yeah, that brings us now to a grand total for 45 weeks. We're now at 13,553,654 gold made in 45 weeks. We still, unfortunately, have not broken 1 million with materials yet. Hopefully we can, either from what we get from Skullomance or what we're getting from lightning hauls. We've actually already completed Skullomance. You'll see that video tomorrow for the loot. Working on lightning hauls right now, or actually it's the Hall of Lightning. Lightning. I need to change the name, I guess. But yeah, I've always just called it Lightning Hall, so I guess that's why I put Lightning Halls. But it's the Halls of Lightning. But yeah, anyway, we have our own names for stuff, right? I mean, it's just how it goes. But anyway, guys, as far as the realms, how they performed, Proudmoore made us 71,000, which is up from what they made last week. Respectively, 135,000 with Raw, which is actually down, unfortunately, with Raw. They made us 316,000 last week, but that does still keep Thrall in the lead right now at 6,857,000 compared to 6,696,000 with Proudmoore, which is a big change because up about 2 weeks ago, Proudmoore was in the lead. Although it's not a competition, we're really just trying to make as much gold between the two realms as we do trade items, high value items anyway, between the realms, just to try to make as much gold as possible. But it's kind of nice to see how they're performing, and it's kind of neat to see that Thrall is actually up above Proudmoore this time. This has not been the only time. It's been like 2 other times that I think Thrall has been ahead of Proudmoore. But yeah, it's kind of nice to see they're actually holding on to it there. Quickly change anytime. But anyway, we'll go ahead and add in our total here for completing the Alcatraz. And again, these amounts beside these, as you could tell when we were going through all the bank halts, does not mean that dungeon actually gave us that amount of gold. It just means that we added the loot from that farm or that dungeon, and that's how much we made at the end of the week. As you saw, we were selling stuff from previous dungeons, although I do think we did sell some low value stuff anyway from our runs of the Alcatraz, albeit I think most of it came out of the lockboxes. But I mean, you do get the lockboxes from doing the runs, right? So it is part of the loot. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap this one up. If you did enjoy it, make sure you smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're alerted when I come out with the next one and when that loot video drops tomorrow, and for the future loot videos as well. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope to see you all in the next video and sometime live on Twitch. Take care, guys.